Arcadian Vanguard presents The Wrestling News in your daily wrestling newscast for Friday, November 1st, 2024. Good morning, I'm Mike Sempervive. We begin today with an injury update on Rhea Ripley. It has been confirmed by Mike Johnson of PW Insider that Ripley has suffered a broken orbital bone. It is believed that the injury occurred on the October 21st Raw during a headbutt spot involving Ripley, Liv Morgan, and Raquel Rodriguez. Ripley did not appear on this week's episode of Raw, but did take part in a pre-taped angle for NXT in which she was attacked in the parking lot, which was used as an explanation to get her off television due to the injury. There is no word on how much time she will be expected to miss, but it is known that she has been pulled from Saudi Arabia. In ratings news, AEW Dynamite brought in 628,000 viewers to TBS, according to WrestleNomics. That's slightly down from last week's viewership of 637,000. The ratings in the 18 to 49-year-old demographic were a .19, which is consistent with last week's demo rating. TNA Wrestling presented Impact last night on Access TV, featuring matches taped Sunday at the Wayne State Fieldhouse in Detroit. In the main event, the System defeated the team of Joe Hendry and TNA World Champion Nick Nemeth. Eddie Edwards pinned Nemeth after the TNA Champion was accidentally hit by Hendry.
A jawbreaker by Nemeth to Eddie Edwards.
Oh, wait a minute! Oh, totally by accident, too.
Hendry was going for Edwards, accidentally hit Nemeth.
Bullcorn.
And look out! Boston Knee Party, cover! Eddie Edwards has pinned the TNA World Champion.
Here are your winners,
Wow.
the System.
That is the first time Nick Nemeth's been pinned in TNA in 6 months.
The episode included a match between Elio Del Vikingo and Trent Seven that ended in a no contest after Vikingo suffered a knee injury and the bout had to be stopped. In other results, Lei Ying Lee beat Maggie Moore, Eric Young, Jonathan Gresham, and Steve Macklin defeated Josh Alexander and the Good Hands, First Class topped the Rascals, and Ash by Elegance went over Danny Luna. Ring of Honor was streamed last night on Honor Club, featuring matches taped on October 17th in Stockton, California, and October 26th in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. In the main event, Athena retained the ROH World Women's title against Abaddon in a Halloween Ring of Horror match. In a Pure Rules match, Matt Taven beat Aaron Solo. In six-man tag team action, Action Andretti and Top Flight went over Dante Leon, Jayce, and Trip Jordy. In other selected results, Commander beat Arya Davari, the Dark Order topped the Iron Savages, the Infantry defeated the Spanish Announce Project, Tomohiro Ishii went over Josh Woods, and Reina Isis beat Lady Frost. And before we leave you today, we'd like to remind you that however you consume your content, you can find the wrestling news 24 hours a day and 7 days a week across social media. On Twitter, follow us at Wrestling News AV. Our Facebook page is also Wrestling News AV. The Wrestling News can also be found on the Arcadian Vanguard YouTube page. And for those who utilize Amazon Echo devices, just tell Alexa to play the Wrestling News podcast. And remember to make sure you add podcast at the end. Once again, for daily updates, breaking news, and more, follow the Wrestling News across social media. And that's the news for today. If anything happens, we will be here to tell you about it. No clickbait, no paywall, just the Wrestling News. The Wrestling News is a division of Arcadian Vanguard, and the Wrestling Newscast is a production of the Arcadian Vanguard Podcast Network.